Hey everyone, welcome back to Unbiased Magic Reviews, the place where you can count on honest, unbiased reviews. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Evolition by Joel Dickinson. Before we get started, I just wanted to let you guys know that I've been getting a lot of requests, especially on my Instagram account. People have been sending me messages, so I'm going to try to get to everybody's requests, but I just want to let you know that I do have a list of things I want to review too that I've made, so I'm going to try to get to everybody's requests in a timely manner. Anyway, let's take a look at this.
With just 3 business cards, you will be performing an incredible demonstration of mind control. Your participant mixes 3 business cards, and they decide which card will go where. And then when they are ready, the cards are turned over to reveal that they knew exactly which card would go where. There's no unusual activity, everything is free and fair, there are no switches. This is an incredible piece of magic. This is Evolition. I could have taken this camera to the bar and got some incredible reactions from drunk students. Instead, we're keeping it here in the house, so you can see exactly how the routine looks and imagine how you would perform this yourself. Okay, Megan, we're going to try a little experiment, right? There are 3 cards here, 3 cards. On the other side of these cards is a message, all right? I don't want you to see what's written on there just at the moment. Alright, you can see the cards are all facing in the same direction as well, right? In other words, one of the cards isn't kicked around here or anything like that, so you know I'm not kind of tracking the cards or anything like that, right? Take hold of them, don't turn them over. You're going to give them a little bit of a mix up, and when you're ready, you're just going to square them together.
Oh.
Yeah, just square them up whenever you like, whenever you're ready. Alright, are you happy with that? Whichever card is on the bottom, because we don't want to see what's written on the other side, so whichever card's on the bottom, I want you to just slide it out and put it in your pocket without looking at the other side. Alright? Not just the very bottom card.
Let's say the bottom.
Oh, okay, sorry. Alright, I thought you took 2, sorry. Okay, so that's the bottom card, right? Now with the 2 which are left, you're just going to give them a good mix, and whenever you're ready, you're just going to separate the cards whenever you want. It's up to you though, whenever you want to do it. Alright? And there were your decisions and your choices. You put 1 card in your right hand, 1 card in your left hand and 1 card in your pocket. Did I ever touch them cards at any moment?
No.
I didn't, right? So the card that you put in your right hand, you put in your right hand for a reason. You don't realise it. The card in your left hand, it's in there for a reason as well. And the card in your pocket, that's in there for a reason as well. Right? You don't know why, but I told you there's a message on the other side. The card that you chose to put in your right hand, turn it over and read it. What does it say?
Right hand.
Right hand. The card in your left hand says
Left hand.
left hand, and the 1 card in your pocket that you chose to put in your pocket,
I took it.
yep, pull it out. What does it say?
Pocket.
Pocket.
Oh.
There you go. Well done. Thank you, Megan.
Wait, how did you do that though? I'm actually quite confused by that.
It's a secret. I first released Evolition a few years ago. Now, Evolition takes that effect to a whole new place. Welcome to Evolition.
The original effect, Volition, actually you can find it in Animan's Practical Mental Effects, and it actually is called Volition. It's not on page 246. And in this version of it, Animan had 4 people select playing cards. They were put in envelopes. The envelopes were all mixed up. Each of the people made a choice, and they managed to find their own envelope that had their card in it. That was the original version. Now, Joel Dickinson, his original version was actually called Sybil's Pick, and that was published in Mind Blasters 2 by Peter Duffy, and that version was very prop heavy. He used like 10 envelopes and 10 cards, so by today's standards I don't think anybody would probably perform that version, but if you're curious you could track it down. The version that's very popular to this day that I still use all the time is called Volition by Joel Dickinson, and that was actually put out 3 years ago. Afterwards, he put out a version with poker chips, and then now he just released this version about a week ago called Evolition. And the idea behind this version, which I think he's trying to make it sound like evolution, is that he is getting rid of the switch that's involved in only using 3 business cards. So let's take a look at the ad copy first, and then I'm going to answer questions I think that you probably would have about the product, and then I'm going to give you my own thoughts. So this is what the ad copy says. It says that this is a brand new updated variation of the original effect. For years, magicians said, I can't think of any way to improve this. Your participants' decisions and actions are predicted ahead of time in this mind-blasting routine, sort of. The magician can turn his back during the initial mixing process to add an extra layer of deception. Well, that is true, that part. So here are the questions and the answers of stuff that you probably would have. So the cost of this is $20. It's about $20, and for $20 you're going to get a 16-minute streaming video where he performs it in his studio for a woman. Then he goes over the teaching explanation of it. The teaching is fine. And so that's the main thing there. Now, the original version that came out 3 years ago is half the price. So for $10, you can get Volition from Penguin Magic. And if you want Volition and something a little extra and you're willing to pay a little more, you can get the Alakazam Academy lecture that he put out earlier this year. And that had Volition on it along with a couple of other effects. And that was, I think, around $32. So those are the different options that you have for this. Some other questions you probably have is how difficult is this to perform? And I'll tell you guys, it's not difficult to perform in terms of sleight of hand, but you have to have good eyesight. So that's the only one thing about it, because you have to be able to spot something. So, it's pretty much self-working because it does rely on the free will principle. So has this been done before? I'm going to tell you guys that there's tons of effects out there that use the free will principle, and this is one of them. And I'm going to give you guys a little tip of another effect, which is almost the same effect, but just a little different as we go down the road here. So is there arts and crafts involved? A very, very minor amount. Not really arts and crafts, but you have to do something. How are the angles on this? The angles are fine. Are the cards examinable? The business cards, are they examinable? I'm going to tell you guys, no, they're not examinable, unfortunately. Because of the method that is involved, the cards are not really examinable. So would I pick this thing up again? No, I wouldn't. So I have to tell you guys, my initial impression is that I was really excited about this because I'm a really big fan of Volition, because I use it all the time. And unfortunately, this updated handling falls flat. And I'm going to tell you guys my reasons why that is. So here's the reasons why it falls flat, is because what Dickinson has tried to do is eliminate the switch. And by doing that, unfortunately, he's also eliminated the whole best part of the effect, which is that the person has free will to decide on what they want to do. And so, but because of that, in this updated handling, you have to tell the spectator where to put the first card, which card to put as the first card in their pocket. So there's no free will there. Even though they have free will with the other two cards that are remaining, the first card, you told them which one to put in their pocket, and you don't give them an option of, do you want to change your mind? You can't give them that option. So for me, that ruins the effect right there. So that's a big disappointment, because I was expecting a lot more, really. So I'll tell you guys that the original version, which is half the price, let me tell you guys again, I'm gonna say that again, half the price, it's a lot better. And here's the reasons why. Number one, when you take your business cards out, you can let them examine them to their heart's content, because there's nothing with them. They're not going to find anything. And then you can write your predictions on them in front of them. And then the first card that's selected by them that they're going to put in their pocket, it's a total free choice. They can change their mind as much as they want until they finally settle on one to put in their pocket. Now, with his updated handling, you can't do that. So like I said, that ruins the effect right there. And then the rest of the handling is the same as the original, really. But for me, that alone just already ruins the effect. See, because even though he's gone out of his way to remove the switch is under the radar. The spectator never suspects that there's ever a switch there at all. So unfortunately, you're like trying to remove something that doesn't exist in the spectator's mind. So that's why I think that this updated handling just is terrible. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little hot tip. Since you're watching my reviews, if you are interested in this type of effect, if you like Volition and you want to see something a little more or something else you can do that kind of takes this a little bit further, you should check out an effect that Mark Elsdon put out, which was called Rock, Paper, Winner. And that effect, it uses 2 spectators instead of 1, but it is almost the same effect as Volition, where you put a prediction out, you have 3 spectators, you write something on 3 cards, you have the first person free choice, they choose whatever card they want, they put it in their pocket, the other 2 people select a card, and then you read the prediction, what it is that they didn't realize it, but they were playing a game of rock, paper, scissors, but they didn't realize they were doing that. When you read the prediction, it matches perfectly as to who won the game. And the best part about it is that you can even put the name of the person who loses in on the card. It actually says the person who's the big loser is on there, the one that ends up last. So that really takes this one step further, because you're also predicting who's the person who put the card in the pocket by name. So that's a really interesting variation of Volition. It is interesting because the two effects are literally almost exactly the same. There are very, very minor differences between them. Now, if you still have in your mind any question about how strong Volition is, I'm going to leave you guys with a very short snippet of a performance of my own so you can see how strong it really is. And like I always tell you guys, I did tell the people that I was going to place this on YouTube, but I told them I was just going to put their voice. There's no video, because people just seem to be a lot more agreeable when I tell them I'm just going to use your voice. I'm not going to use any video. They like that a lot better. So I'm going to leave you guys with that little short snippet.
All right, there's nothing written on them, right? Now what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to write something on these that in a moment is going to be interesting to you, okay? And this is the thing that's going to make you wonder later on, okay? Yeah, so
you're gonna write on all three of them, is that what you're saying?
yes, but we're going to... Okay, so here's how this works. All right, look, check this out. So I got a couple cards here. I wrote something on them, and here's the thing, is that you don't know what I wrote on them yet. It will be important in a moment to you, okay? And here's what I do. I've got 3 here, and now look, here's what's going to happen. I want you to choose one. All right, free choice, right? All right, free choice. But don't look at it yet, okay? I want you to choose one. Which one do you like? You want this one, or this one? This one?
Mm-hmm.
You sure you want that one? You don't want this one?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Please? No, you really want this one. You're going to think later, what if I changed my mind though, right? You really want it though. You really want this one. All right, here's what I need to do. Hold it like this face down, but don't look at it yet, okay? Just hold it face down, right? And then, just take it like this and just stick it in your pocket. Like literally stick it in your pocket without looking at it, just like I just did, right? All right, you did it? All right, now take your hand out. You leave it in there, okay? Now I'm going to give you the other 2. Here's what I need to do. I want you to go like this with them, still face down without looking, face down. I want you to mix them around, face down without looking, okay? Just like that, yeah. Face down. All right, now when you feel like it, you just separate your hand, wherever you feel like it, okay? All right, did you feel that I influenced you in any way? What do you think? This was your own choice, correct? Like you did this yourself, right? All right? Okay, now here, this is what's going to really just, it's going to mess with your mind a little bit, right? Now here we're going to, let's turn over that one first. What does it say? Right?
Right here.
Turn over the other one. What does it say?
Left hand. Does it say left hand? Yo. Where did you learn this stuff? YouTube? What is it? Pocket? Oh man.
Okay guys, so here are my final thoughts. In a nutshell, I would tell you guys, stay away from this updated handling. It's not worth it. It's twice as expensive as the better version. The better version's half the price, and it's just so much better. This newer updated handling, it's just reeks. I would give it 1 out of 5 stars. And as you can see, I'm totally honest and upfront with you guys. That's why you come and watch my magic reviews, because I can tell you guys exactly what I think. So that's pretty much it. And I hope that you guys found this useful and informative. See you on the next review.